Hello there, I'm Sarah, and did you enjoy making red hearts granny squares? Ooh, just like this? Well, to be honest, most people didn't. And well, of course, I did make mine almost perfect. And if you want to watch my other video where I show you a trick that I did to make these easier and faster, or at least more perfect looking, most people had a lot of challenges making the granny squares with the red heart granny square, and they find it easier to do it the old-fashioned way. But a Red Heart did come up with something new, and well, I did make it. It's a lot of headaches, definitely a lot more challenging than a basic granny square. This is my first time making something at least something as a square other than the Red Heart granny square. Of course, I crochet other things. And if you want to check out my video where I made Cousin It, and maybe if you just leave a comment, maybe I'll show you something else. Just give me a thumbs up, show me a comment. This video, I will be talking about the flower power. So I got 4 colors. So I got this, I don't know, blue with a little yellow circle. And then I got this one, right, this one. And I got this pink one. And a green and purple one. Ooh. And so, don't know what I'm gonna make out of them so far. I'm thinking a sweater. So got these flowers, and these are kind of difficult, so I might not make the whole sweater out of the flowers. I'm thinking maybe if I add my other granny squares. I made so many of these ones. I haven't done quite anything with them. I was thinking of making a blanket, but I have a lot left over, so I might make something else with that. So if you want me to make a sweater, show you how to make a sweater with these, leave a comment about that. So anyways, this video, I found a way to make this without the colors running into the next row. So what's nice about this one is it's only 3 colors versus what, the 5 that these ones were. So once you get to the last color, you actually have a lot of yarn left over from it. So this one's finished, and I got a lot of leftover yarn. So the last color, don't matter what your tension is, you can make too loose, too tight, you get the perfect flower. So it's basically the first 2 colors, trying to get them over. And so I kind of got this little trick thing. So if you watch my video, I'll also walk you through all of the steps, because I just followed the directions on the package inside the wrapper. And of course they're tiny, so you might have to get like a magnifying glass. I also just wrote some notes and kind of looked through and kind of made my own thing by mostly using this pattern. And then I just wrote it out larger for me to see, because I kept looking back and forth at this tiny pattern versus the larger pattern. There is a diagram also, which of course I ripped it the wrong way. So when you open your package, or you open your row of yarn, you kind of want to not tear it the way I tore it. So just be a little careful with that. Or you just tape it back together and you got your diagram there like that. But anyways, kind of helps a little with the pattern looking at the diagram. Or you can just follow along with my video. And okay, so it does use all the stitches. So you have to know slip stitch, single, double, and triple. So you get to use all of the crochet stitches in one square. All right, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to start by making a slip knot. Now it's supposed to have 4 inches of tail. You could take out a tape measure and measure out 4 inches. I'm just gonna guess. That's what I did with the regular granny squares, and so for this one, I'm just gonna do my guesstimate about this length here, and okay, so I make my slip knot by wrapping the yarn around my fingers. Take the hook, slip it under, and just grab that yarn there, and then I just pull the tail end like that. And so now I'm going to chain 3 and then just stick the hook into the end of that, and then grab and make a slip knot. So then I have this little ring here. Now I'm going to chain 3 and 3. So the chain 3 is going to count as one of my double crochets. So it'll be a total of 10. So there'll be 9 double crochets plus that chain. So I just double crochet into that ring. I'm going to do that for about 9. And with that, I take that little tail and I wrap it around the ring there. So I'm kind of going around the ring and the tail, so that way I could just pull the tail and make that little circle a little bit tighter and closer together. Once I have all 10 stitches around, or well 9 double plus the chain 3, I'm just going to do a slip knot to connect the ring together, and then from there, alright, so I still have some yellow left on my working yarn, so I'm just going to undo just a little, not too much. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to do a double crochet around the chain, so that way it takes up some of the yarn and then turns that chain into a double stitch instead of a chain 3. So if you just watch, I just grab my hook through and I'm just working a double crochet just kind of around that chain, so it kind of hides the chain into that double crochet, and then I just end right there with the blue onto my second color. Alright, so now we're working on row 2, color 2, and with this I'm going to start with a chain 3, so I'm just going to put my hook under, do a slip knot, and then I'm going to chain 3. And so this is going to count as my first double, and so I'm going to do 2 doubles inside each of these loops. So 2 into each one, so 2 into 10 of them should equal 20 at the end. Once I have the 20 double crochets in there, I am just going to double check, make sure I do have that 20, and I'm just going to do a slip knot to join them together. And so now we are on row 3. So do a slip stitch, and then I'm going to chain 3. So this chain 3 is going to equal a double crochet, and next to that chain 3 I'm going to do a triple. So right into the next loop and do a triple. So I got a double and a triple there. Into the next one I'm going to do 3 triples. The next loop is going to be 1 triple, 1 double. So 1 triple, then a double into that same loop. The next loop is going to be a slip stitch. So there's a slip stitch right in there. And so then I have my first petal. And so there should be a total of 5 petals. I just want to double check, count my petal loops, make sure they're all there. And so I'm going to start again with a double. So it's double, triple, then a triple, triple. Then it's going to be a triple, double slip stitch. Does that make sense? Just going backwards. Triple, double, slip stitch. And then it is then it's starting back with the double, triple. So there's my petals so far. And I'm going to make 5 petals all together. I still have some of this light blue color on here, color 2, and some should be on color 3 by now. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to chain around, kind of do a bunch of slip stitches around that chain instead of backing up and redoing it. So I'm just going to do a bunch of chains around, and so then I end up with my third color right perfectly where I want it to be. And by looking at it, you can't even tell that I did that around the flower there. So just to show you again, so if I undo that, I just take my hook, kind of go through the loop here around that chain, and then I'm just slip stitching, or you could slip stitch or single crochet around it. Whatever you think you want to do, just do like maybe a chain and maybe a slip stitch. Just looking like that. And now I'm perfectly where I want to be. So I'm going to show you on this yellow flower. I have quite a bit of the yellow, and so doing that trick on this one, I'm still going to have some leftover yellows. So I'll just show you. So I go around that chain, and I still have quite a bit of yellow. So what I'm going to do instead is continue doing the slip stitch method around more of the flower. And so with this, when I'm starting my next row, it gets a little bit tricky. And so I just got to kind of look closer at the pattern and kind of figure out exactly where I want my stitches to go. So I'm going to be slightly somewhere different with the pattern. And so with the next row, there's a triple crochet in there, and that is going to be into this little crevice between the flowers, kind of where not the petal, but where the petals meet. In there is a triple crochet, so the pattern doesn't start with a triple crochet, and so I'm just going to adjust the pattern as necessary. So with this one, next row starts with double crochet, so I do a chain 3 as my 1 double crochet, and then it's a half double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, then a double, double, triple. So double, kind of going down the flower petal is a double, then a double. And then where I did that slip stitch from the previous row, that one's going to be a triple. So depending on where I'm starting from, I'll just have to figure out what stitch I'm supposed to go there. So it kind of goes double, double, boil and trouble. Well, double, double, half double. So it's double, double, half double, single, half double, 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 then back to the triple. So in that going up the flower petal, it starts with a double, then another double, then a half double, then a single, half double, then double. I think I accidentally did a half double there. Maybe I'll notice I'm just doing a voiceover here and looking at it. So then it's a triple into the edges there. So let's see. This is how it's looking. The flower petal should start looking like a circle when I start going around it. I'm doing a triple. So into that kind of cut of the flower petal is a triple, and then going up the petals, it's a double, then a double. So as the flower petal kind of makes this curve, kind of do a double, double, half double. So it's a little bit smaller than a double, and then a single right on the big hump of the flower, and then back down to a double, well, half double, 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 triple. See how it kind of makes that flower shaped like a circle. And so depending on where I want to start my flower, so this one's slightly different section. So I think this one, I'm starting at a half double. And so I'm just looking at the flower, seeing where it's at the triple there, then the doubles, and then a half double, and then at that hump is the single. And so I'm thinking I'm starting at the half double here. And so with the half double, I think I might chain 2 there and kind of go around there. So it'd be like half double and then the double, double, triple. So making sure that triple is in the inner cut of the flower. Okay, so I just chained 2 here, and then I'm doing my half double into the next loop. Just want to make sure that's right. So I'm going to chain 1 because that's a single, and the next one is going to be my half double, and then going down, those 2 are going to be my doubles, and then making my triple into that. There was a slip stitch at the previous round, but in between the flower petals. And so just turning this flower into a circle is what I'm doing. So with the double, and then the double, half double, and just a single here. Okay, so once I get to the end with my last triple in here on this one, my flower should look like a circle, and I'm just going to do a slip stitch to connect my circle. And then I'm going to work on the next row. So just double check, make sure that's a circle, looks like a circle. With the yellow flower, I'm just ending in a slightly different spot, but I'm just still going to make that slip stitch in there. And that one should be looking like a circle as well. Now starting row 5, I'm going to chain 6, and so the chain 6 is going to count as a triple plus a chain 2. Okay, so this is going to be my corner actually. So I'm going to have a triple, chain 2, and then I'm going to do another triple into that same stitch. Okay, so after that triple, I'm going to do 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So 2 doubles. After that 2 doubles, it's going to be a chain 1, and then it's going to be 1 double, chain 1, 1 double right after. Then after that double is going to be a half double and then a single. Then chain 1, and then I'm going to skip 1 and then do another single. Then I'm going to do the opposite in reverse. So here is my starting point of my corner. And I'm going to do the reverse, so a single, half double, double, chain 1, and then 2 doubles, then it's going to be a triple. So this is my second corner. So we'll do 1 triple, and then I'm going to chain 2, and then do another triple right into that same stitch. Okay, so there is my first edge. This pattern gave me a huge headache, so don't worry if you're getting a headache with this too. You can like pause, rewind my video, and kind of just watch it again and again, and then also look at the pattern on the directions as well to help you get through it. By the time you're finished with this row, it should look like a square. Instead of the flower, the circle, now you're looking like a square. And when you think you're done, there is, of course, one last row. So with the last row, it's going to turn this more into a granny square. So we're going to add half doubles in the corner. So 2 half doubles in the corner, and then when each spot where I did that chain 1, that is where there's going to be a cluster of half doubles. So right with the chain 1 areas, you can mark them with stitch marker so you know exactly where you're going to chain at. So I'm going to start with this first corner. So I'm not going to do the full cluster of half doubles at first. I'm going to chain 2 and do 1 half double. The chain 2 doesn't count as one of the half doubles, and so I'm going to finish my square with this cluster. So this is going to be one of the 3 clusters. I'm going to finish it and do the other clusters. So I'm going to chain 3 and start my next cluster here of half doubles. So it's a cluster of 3, and that's a double, not a half double that I just did. Should be doing half doubles for all of these. I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to do it. Of course, I'm messing up there. It's a half double. Don't know if I caught myself on that other one, but here I'm doing a half double. In here, another half double, and a third. And I just chain 1 kind of go into the next spot. So there's like a total of about 5 per side. So there's the 2 in the end, and then 3 clusters in the middle. See, we're looking there. For watching. I hope this video helps you. Let me know in the comments, and check out my other videos, and let me know if you decided to get this yarn. It's good to have a challenge, good to work our minds doing something new. That's always great. And subscribe. Thanks.